Hey everybody, it's Sunday, February 23rd, so this video is almost in real time. I don't know if I'm going to get it out tonight or tomorrow, but you're seeing this pretty much in real time today. So I'm working on my closet project finally, since I'm not traveling anyplace right now because I'm still trying to wrap up some of that work stuff to get as much money as I can right now in the bank. But looks like I'll be getting another payment from YouTube in March, so that's good. Thank you everybody for watching. So this is the base for the closet project. As you can see, I stuck some blankets in the wall here to add some extra insulation. None of this is bolted in place yet, by the way, and it's still standing. So that's that's pretty good. That's a good sign that this is going to be a good stable base. But this covers up the wheel well and the area where I'm storing the frame for the canopy when I'm got that in the van. And yeah, this is just a basic cover right now. What is this down here? Cap for something. Okay. Anyway, you'll sweep the floor and stuff yet, but we'll get to that. But let's start and take some of the stuff apart here to get ready for this, because I want to ultimately I'm going to have this wall all sealed up here and insulation stuffed in there and everything. Let's see what we got here. Yep, more blanket. I just stuffed blankets in everywhere to try to insulate the van a little bit better before I get this thing all built out here. Now I'm going to try to get it. Oh, I did bolt. It's funny, I didn't even remember bolting it together. Oh boy. Okay. Well, it is bolted together to some extent. Needs some work on it. It's not bolted to the floor or anything yet. Alright. Pull that out. Get this all put back together. That. This out temporarily too, because it's going to get in the way. This is just my antenna mast. Yes, it's a painter's stick, but it's my antenna mast. I think I'm going to make a design change to the plan. I was going to have a small compartment in here, but I'm going to make this thing easier. Just seal this up completely. Not much less I have to build then. I do want to get a little bit more of this material and put a piece that goes across here somehow, but I don't know. How am I going to do that now? I don't have anything to anchor it to over here. Put an angle bracket into something right there. I'm going to put a screw through here to lock that in. Over a bit, there we go. Yeah, this should work out though. And if I didn't remember that I actually bolted some of it together. Oh boy. Yeah. I figure how I'm going to do that, because I'm just going to seal this up. Just have a little shelf here. I'll have a compartment in here for the, I don't know, a secret storage compartment, I guess, that I can only reach through the back once the canopy frame's out. This is all going to be stuffed full of insulation in here, and back there, that'll all be insulated. I think this is going to be a fun little project, though. No, I'm definitely not a carpenter by any means. I do a lousy job on this stuff, but I have fun doing it, and it works for me. That's all that matters. So, if you don't like my carpentry skills, you can go watch another channel. Anyway, just trying to get everything in alignment here properly. Around, it's better. I'm going to seal this up with a piece of plywood there. Another piece over here. Stuff this full of insulation. Put the top on it, bolt it down. We'll have to trim it out so it fits into these spaces here. And seals all that up. But we need to put something across the back here somehow. My design has changed on myself. I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. But yeah, that's my project right now. That's the project today. And we'll trim the board down and get it to fit right, and bolt that on. And we'll have the base for the closet build. Now the closet itself, that's going to be an interesting project. I think I finally know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to build a frame out of 2x3s. So we're going to have a piece going up in each of the four corners all the way up to the ceiling. I'll have cross brace on each one, so it will be bolted into the ceiling properly. Now the cross brace going that way, one back there. There'll be one going across the back, but leave the front open. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll do a cross brace here to help hold the stuff in the bottom shelf. That'll get that all sealed up. Like I said, it'll be bolted to this thing, it'll be bolted to the ceiling, so it won't be going any place. And then we'll put some pieces across the two sides that will go there, will hold the shelves, and I'll just slide the shelves in on top of those, bolt them down onto it. And then I'm just going to put a skin around it, but probably just 1/4-inch plywood. It doesn't have to be super strong, it just has to look good and hold the stuff inside of it. So keep the weight down that way. And yeah, I think it's going to work out well. I have a little storage space down here, shelf, 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 and shelf. There'll be 4 big shelves on it. The bottom shelf will hold my bottles of water, plus my little appliances like my slow cooker and my little mini air fryer. The next shelf up will probably be electronics, laptops, camera, photography stuff. I don't know. One of the 2 shelves will be that. The other shelf is probably going to be food stuff, canned goods, that sort of stuff. And then the top shelf is going to be like my dish towels, pot holders, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. It's going to be a fun project. So I have a couple areas with food storage in it. Because down here, this is all just going to be food storage. Probably all the more breakable items down there. I already lost 1 jar of coffee there. I don't want to do that again. So all that stuff's going to be on the floor so it can't fall. And yeah, it's going to be nice and accessible. I'm looking forward to it. So I think this is going to work out well. And then the whole outside of it's going to get painted. I'm actually planning a blue interior for all my cabinets. So I got that little mini microwave that still hasn't shown up on my YouTube channel yet, but you'll see it eventually. That's going to be installed right over here. And it's blue. So I'm going to match the cabinets to it so it'll look like it blends into the van nicely. So, alright, let's get on this and let's see what I can do here today. See how much of this we can get done. Okay, so I didn't quite get this video out in real time. It's now February 26th instead, so it's been a few days. So as you know, I've got that company that's been sold to another much bigger company. I'm not going to have anything to do with that new company. This happens at the very end of the month, so as of Friday, that job is done, so I'm just getting in there helping them with the transition, getting in as many hours with them as I can to build up some money. And I'll be able to use that later on. So I'm just trying to earn as much as I can, bank it up for now, and then start looking for something else. So, so yeah, I made some progress on this project. Yes, I'm sitting on it, just not as much as I wanted. But we'll hopefully get this video out to you tomorrow instead. So you'll probably be watching this on the 27th. Anyway, so let me show you what I've done so far. Yes, it's strong enough to hold me up on it. It's not finished yet, but we're going to make some good progress hopefully tonight with it. So, I got the top all cut out. No, I will never be accused of being a carpenter. I have a hard time with straight lines. But this is what I got here. I got my little compartment in the front here. Let me lower the camera down some. Okay, so I've got my compartment in the front here, so this will be a kind of a storage area right here that I can reach into and have some space there. This area here is just the bay for the canopy and other long items to stick into. And this is just going to be sealed up and insulated. So we're going to work on the insulation right now. That's the next project. And this wire here, this is the power cord to my fridge. I think I'm going to try to build some sort of a conduit behind this thing so that I can run through that, so I can stuff that area full of insulation and not have to worry about the wire going through the insulation. We'll figure that one out a little bit later. Right now, let's try to get this insulation done here on this part. We're using the good old teddy bear stuffing again. Polyfill. This stuff's great, so I got myself a... Where am I? You can't even see me through this big box. I got myself a big 10-pound box of it this time. Lots of insulation. We're just going to take some of this out. Just my bit here, stuff it in there. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here through this big box, but no, it doesn't look like you can. Yeah, this box is huge. Let me see. There, now you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm taking it out and just handfuls of big fluff. This is just polyester fiber. That's all it is. It's very similar to what Thinsulate is. Just I guess Thinsulate has a hollow tube inside the fibers, but it's not all that different. And it will work. Yeah, it's not quite as good as Thinsulate, but it will work. And yes, I know some people have expressed concern about this stuff being flammable and that, but for the most part, I'm putting it into stuff that's between wood and metal. If my wood is catching on fire, I've got much more important things to worry about than the insulation catching on fiber with it. On fiber? My insulation is on fiber. Ugh. Anyway, you know what I meant. It's been a long day. It's actually, what time is it now? It's about 8 o'clock right now, so it's running kind of late right now, so it's been a busy day. I had to get up a little bit early for a meeting and stuff, so yeah, this is what we're working on. So alright, I'll check back in with you after I get all this insulation stuffed in. Okay, so we got all the insulation in this area. I stuffed a little extra in there, and yes, there's a jackalope. A jackalope who's been supervising me in this thing. I picked this up at Moosehead Lake Greenville, Maine, a couple of years. I just saw it at a place called a gift shop called Camp, and I just fell in love with it. Had to have it. I know, I'm weird. Anyway, he's been living in my van ever since. You've probably seen him in the background before. Alright, so this is the cutout that I did for this area here. Now the insulation under it properly. Easier said than done. There we go. Alright. Lined up where it's supposed to be. Like I said, nobody will ever accuse me of being a carpenter. Alright. There we go. Now we just got to anchor it down. So I have an assortment of tools in here. This will be the primary means of anchoring it. Make sure the alignment is good. Go. As good as it's going to get, I guess. Ah, man. And let's start anchoring this in and hope that I don't hit any of the other screws below, that's all. There we go. Oops. Oh, the screws are longer than I thought they were. Oops. Okay. They seem to be coming through the other side. That's a problem. Okay. I'll have to get some shorter screws, I guess. I'll just put them into areas where I know there's more material to put them into. Like right here. Okay, well, with the exception of having to find some smaller screws for this front area here where they're sticking down a little bit, this part of the project is done. So I've got my base here. It covers up the wheel well, gives you a nice level area to start with. And this is going to be the bottom of my closet. So, and now I've got one of the shelves done too. So in this space over here, this is going to be like storage for things like my coffee maker. It just fits in there nicely. I'll fit my coffee maker, sugar, all that stuff goes right inside there. Especially all those glass jarred items so they don't fall on the floor and break because they're already on the floor. So it's a nice little storage space down here for food. There'll be this side will be all covered up at some point, but it's not there yet. But so I'm going to leave this spot open here so I can access this area, but I'm going to put a cover over this part This is the storage bay for longer items like chairs and that. So that's going to be sealed up, but that will be an accessible storage compartment. I may put a cover on the inside instead, so I just have to reach in from the outside. And I'm going to build a frame of 2x3s around it to create the rest of the closet. So it'll be a straight run up this side. This back side, I'm probably going to do a run up and a level out here, and then another run up a little bit further in, because we got to deal with the curvature of the wall right there. So it might be easier to do it that way. And by pushing the thing all the way out, I have easier access to this little extra storage space right here. So the bottom shelf is going to be my bottles of drinking water, which is this one. So I'll get a few of these in here, no problem. I'll fit 3 right in a row. I'll have room for all my little appliances, like my slow cooker and my crock pot there, and the little mini air fryer. Those will fit in this space very nicely. I'll have the opening's going to be on this side, so I'm going to have to put some sort of a barrier up here to keep things from falling out the front, because I'm not planning a door on it. So it's just going to be more just an open shelving space. So I just got to make sure, in the panic stops, everything doesn't go flying out of it. That would be a problem. So I'm going to make sure things stay inside. But I think this is going to work out good. I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a nice addition to the van. It's going to help keep things so much more organized when I'm done. No, it's nowhere near perfect, but when it's finished, it's going to look good, trust me. Despite the imperfections. I mean, some of the stuff here I can probably sand down and smooth it out a bit, and just make it look good. But yeah, I'm getting excited here. I mean, it's still going to be probably another week and a half before I'm on actually, right now it's Wednesday, so probably about 2 weeks from this point before I go out on my next camping adventure. So it gives me plenty of time to finish this little project here. So let me see how much of this closet I can get built in the next couple of weeks. Overall, I think it's going to be a good addition to the van. So, alright, so I know this wasn't a very exciting video, and the next few videos probably going to be equally as exciting as this one, because I'm not going anyplace, but who knows? The snow's been melting a bit. Maybe we can get out for a hike for one of the local places, head back up to Harold Parker, and maybe do a full winter campground tour of Harold Parker's campground. Site-by-site tour. That might be kind of fun. So we'll see if we can get that in and that. So a few other little things like that. But right now, this is my primary project, while I'm also trying to find work, unfortunately. So thanks for watching. And remember, slow down, enjoy life, and always be kind. I'll catch you guys in the next one.